I need a special intro when there's the three of us.
You
It's
do.
got the
We
triple
need that.
jointed.
We need that for sure.
How's it going, everybody? Boy,
Good.
it's a triple dose of handsome goodness this morning with these two beautiful beings here on the screen with me today. How's it going, everybody?
Going
How's
well.
How's it going in the chat? What's the chat up to today? Are they already cracking? Who we got in the chat this morning? We got William Golden in the chat this morning.
Morning, William.
We got Brian Carr.
Brother Carr. What's up, my
How's
main
it
man?
going? And look who's here, boy. Look at that. I'm glad you're here, Charles. You're gonna get to hear your voice and you'll get to see some of your AI generated art, buddy. Glad you're
Yeah.
here. You got Jesse
When
Marshall
will that
here.
happen? After these messages, you think?
Right. Yeah. Look at all this handsomeness on screen. That's right.
And I'm here.
That's
Right.
right. That's right. We have a very special triple jointed today. We've been talking about this episode for a while.
It's been a
chat.
minute.
So
Yeah,
much,
we've been-
so much so
yeah.
that we forgot what we were supposed to be
Right.
talking about.
Yeah, we forgot what was our list again.
Busier than
Yeah.
us, I think. Curtis is a busy guy.
Yeah, he is. He was on Offworld last night. Some say that episode's still going on.
It might
that,
still
is,
be on.
that is rumored, yeah. Well, I just
think
got
Jesse
off
is
Mod
still
Squad with
streaming.
the ladies. I was just painting with them, and I had to like run downstairs to get on the computer.
Mm.
Still beat Greg though.
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
Greg.
I was making some
Greg was like,
breakfast.
"We can start early today if you guys want." I was like, "Hell, I don't know if we're going to start on time." I mean,
Doing some breakfast burritos.
all right. Oh, we got Elemental Crafting. How's it going,
What's up,
buddy?
Joe?
Good morning.
What's up, Trevor?
Good morning. All right. Just want to give you guys a little rundown about the show today. We're going to try to keep it tight. Let's see here. We have today's episode is all about vehicles from the 80s, our favorite vehicles. So we're going to be counting down our top 3. We actually have 5, but what we're going to do is we're going to get 5 and 4 and 5 are going to be our honorable mentions, and then we're going to actually show some pictures of our top 3 for all of us. We just figured, 3 of us, 5 pick. That's 15. That's a lot of vehicles. And that'll take a lot of time.
Yeah, it'd be
So,
like a Band of 4 episode or something.
Exactly. Eternal.
Eternal. Band of 4 still going on. Somewhere Joe Gonzalez is still streaming.
He's sleeping.
Um,
Joe is still trying to stay awake as they go through their movie picks of the year.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Speaking of Charles and his AI generated art, he made this for us last week, and I thought it was really dope. It looks great. I can't tell us apart. I'm gonna be honest. It looks
Yeah,
like this
I'm
guy
hardcore.
and then this guy.
Both
Both
hands.
of they look identical. One's got on a hat.
Yeah, we're interchangeable like that.
There
Yeah,
you go.
I'm gonna need him to redo that. Kind of slide me in. Maybe
There you
make
go.
me a little translucent. So sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not.
Yes.
Yeah, like a force ghost.
Perfect.
Force Ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah.
We're totally in there. We'll make a Curtis sandwich. One of my dad's favorite movies is Throw Mama from the Train. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie with Danny
Mhm.
DeVito and Billy Crystal.
At once.
But Billy Crystal's a writer, and Danny DeVito is like his student in his college writing class, and he comes up with this story, and Billy Crystal's reading it as the teacher, and he goes, "You've got 2 characters. There's one guy and then another guy with a hat." And
That's you guys.
thank you. Get out. Thank you so very much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, that's on me. That's on me because I didn't lock the door. That's on me. Yeah, he's like, you got 2 characters, one guy with a hat and then another guy without a hat, and one of the guys is dead on page 2. So shout out to my dad. That was one of his favorite movies. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's hilarious.
I need a rewatch for sure. Just
Oh
for
my
Mama.
gosh.
Just for Mama.
Just for Mama. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. She was incredible. Let's see here. Oh, look here. We have Jen. We got Lunky Sprinkles in the chat.
Hey, Jen.
Timbo Toys is here. Hey guys. Hey guys.
What's up?
Oh, we got Brother Blake, aka
My man.
Recon Rage here. We got Andy. Ooh, Andy. Get ready, buddy. He's gonna
He's
get this
stumping.
one.
We're stumping. No.
I left too many clues in this one. He's gonna know. He's gonna know
Okay.
instantly what this is. We got HH is in the chat today, and we've got J Mac.
What's up, Jay?
Yes, we do need a Force Ghost Curtis action figure. It'll be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive.
Right.
It'll go right along with Blue Hagnon and Blue Jesus and
There you
every
go.
other blue translucent thing.
Right.
Well, we have now cracked the Walmart pre-order code. We now know, because they've done this twice now. They've did it with Crystal Ball, and they've now done it with the Spider-Man 77. We've now cracked the code. Here's what Walmart's going to do, guys. They're going to offer up a figure for pre-order. You are going to pre-order that figure, okay? Then that figure is going to go out of stock, and then come back in stock, and go out of stock, and come back in stock. And if you get a pre-order, you're lucky. Then what they're going to do is they're going to delay that pre-order 2 to 3 times, and then they are going to cancel your pre-order. Meanwhile, the figure has already shown up in stores, has already sold out in stores, and then once all of that happens and your pre-order is canceled and you don't have the figure, then they're just going to dump a crap ton of them on the website, and they're going to go up for add now to cart. They did it with Crystal Ball, and they've now done it with. I love this Spider-Man 77. I love how on the same day that I get the cancellation notice from Walmart that my Spider-Man 77 has been canceled due to not having enough inventory in stock, it goes up on their website. Same day. Why have a pre-order system, guys? Don't need one.
I'm sorry.
Let's see.
I was trying to listen to that story, but I was distracted by the different Greg background.
Yeah, he's actually in. We don't really talk about this, but I'll go ahead and spill the beans. He's actually in prison.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's in a 4x6 cell, but he's got his blanket hung up behind him on the bunk bed.
Keep it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Normally, I like behind him. He's got that giant Bruce and Dick, and I love looking at that behind him.
Yeah,
Bruce and Dick are going to return soon, very soon.
Yeah. V-Dog, we are blood brothers. When we met, we spit in our hands, and we did one of those
fingers and
sliced
exactly your hand with a pocket knife.
Brian Carr says, as long as I get my retro card Mysterio, it's not looking outcome not likely. Is how I would put that. Oh man. Let's see here. What do we have first? Charles is up with after these messages.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I'm not sure Charles has ever been in the chat when we've played that. I don't think he has. So, okay. Oh, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Smurber is a guest in Jesse's basement.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably.
At least you get pizza rolls there. So
pizza rolls. Exactly.
Better be combinations.
Yeah.
Lava pockets.
And it's the name brand too. It's not like the bargain brand stuff.
Okay. No great value.
Yeah. Great value. No Aldi brand.
No.
My wife goes to Aldi. And
my wife gets the Aldi brand ones. They're like, it's like Mama Rosini's or something. It's like that. Yeah.
Not the same.
It's not
the same.
Anytime I see her coming in with Aldi bags, I'm just like, well, there we go.
You got to eat like 5 pizza rolls before you find one pepperoni.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all sauce.
She's like, but it's cheap. And I'm like, yeah, it's cheap because there's no flavor, because Aldi flavor is gone. That's
Do you
why.
guys dip the pizza roll in anything? Because I use ketchup. Does anyone else? No? Ketchup.
You just made Mark sick.
No.
A lot of ketchup. Yeah. Ketchup.
It's not a French fry.
It's just,
if you just said ranch dressing, I'd have been like, all right, I'm gonna give you ranch dressing.
Yeah, I'm not a rancher. Not a rancher. But no, what I'll do is maybe some tater tots or some fries and just
tater tots. Yes. Fries. Yes.
Just ketchup all over.
I've never heard that.
I think we've had them with mozzarella cheese sticks before, and I dipped them in marinara. Now that's not bad, but ketchup,
yeah, marinara. That's like chunky ketchup, sure.
Right, yeah.
Like it's chunky ketchup.
Yeah.
It's sort of ketchup.
Ketchup.
My dad used to put ketchup on eggs, and it would just infuriate my mom.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
My dad puts ketchup on a steak, and I'm like, "What? How are you're ruining it? You are ruining it."
Ruined.
Yeah. You're gonna get this
I love
nice
bread.
fine cut of meat. You're gonna season it perfectly, cook it perfectly, cut it. It looks amazing, and then put ketchup on it. Like,
Can I tell you what me and my wife do? Here's some red flags for you, but this is why I know we're soulmates. Anytime we go to Texas Roadhouse, we'll go to Texas Roadhouse like maybe like once a month, once every like 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. We'll go to Texas Roadhouse, and when I get to the table, I'll hide the steak sauce or their steak sauce. I'll either hide it, or if it's like really low, I'll always ask them for a new bottle. I'll say this one's empty or whatever. They'll bring me a new bottle. I instantly put that in my pocket.
I do that.
The entire bottle.
Yeah, I do that.
And so anytime we're out, we're like, well, we gotta go to Texas Roadhouse. That Texas Roadhouse steak sauce is phenomenal. Like that stuff is so good. I would put it on aspirin. Like I don't care. Like I'll put it on anything.
never had it.
It's so good.
Might have to try it.
I once had a lunch with my work team. Many of you may know I work from home. I work remotely, full time, and so anytime our work group gets together, and like once every like 3 or 4 months, we'll get together and we'll have like a lunch or whatever. We have this really tiny, very thin, short, redheaded lady on our team, and like the last time we had a lunch, she ordered a steak and a black coffee. She put nothing on this steak whatsoever.
Is she from 1950 or?
And I was like, "Are you like a 40-year-old like Sicilian gangster? Like who orders like a steak and a black coffee?"
That's a manly meal right there. That is macho.
Right.
Yeah,
That'll put hair on your chest.
yeah, for sure.
Anyway, all right. Got me drooling for them rolls. That was what Greg and Curtis and I were going to call this show.
Drooling for them rolls.
For them rolls. That's our new slogan.
I tell you what, that cinnamon butter from Texas Roadhouse, you don't mess with that. That is good.
Oh,
stuff,
man.
That is
like crack.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to have to I'm going to have to get the fam together and go to it'll only cost us $380 to take a family of 5 to Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, exactly.
That's
All for 2 of them to not eat.
Yeah.
The 2 of them will not eat whatever they order. They'll be like, my middle son will be like, "Can I just get a grilled cheese?" It's a $17 grilled cheese sandwich on a kid's meal. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I can make you grilled cheese at the house.
Good question from Trevor. Did the lady order it rare?
Medium, I believe. Medium rare. Medium rare. If it had been rare, I'd have been like, I'm leaving because somebody's getting a bullet to the head.
Yeah.
Right.
Slice it off the cow, throw it on the plate, bring me a black coffee.
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
Exactly. Somebody's getting a Sicilian necktie. All right, let's get after it. Our first commercial. I forgot I already rolled the intro.
We call upon the power of Double Dragon. Billy and Jimmy lead in their Double Dragon cruiser. Battle Shadow Master on his Shadow Raven.
Fire! Flight's over, Shadow Master.
Double Dragon. Figures and vehicles sold
by Tyco. One of the things you guys will notice in all these commercials, there is a theme. I do put a little thought into this, even though it seems like I don't. All the commercials, they feature vehicles, by the way, since we were talking about vehicles today. So this little theme running for all of the vehicles.
I like that.
And who better to test your vehicles?
It's the incredible Crash Dummy! Some days this job's hard to face. Now the Crash Dummies have a crash test center where slick, spin, and all the dummies face the ultimate test.
Nice body slam!
There's even a place to crunch your crash car.
You guys really cracked me up.
Don't you be a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
And leave the crashing to us.
The incredible Crash Dummies. Crash Test Center comes with everything shown. You put it together.
Also by Tyco. Boy, Tyco was killing it in the late 80s, early 90s. I forgot this was a toy line until I came across this commercial. And like it was a cartoon, right?
I forgot that both of those were toy lines till just now.
I did
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Let's see here, though. That Double Dragon's coming back around. I forgot the name of that company that's making some Double Dragon figures, but they look nice. I may pick one up. Heinrich says they went to Texas Roadhouse on Wednesdays. Them rolls do be good. Yes, they are. They are incredible. That's
I always get an extra dozen.
Oh man, to go. Oh heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Drooling for roll.
That's right. We got Freaks figures here. We also got Paul Morales. How's it going?
What's up, Paul? What's up, Freaks?
Jen says, "Oh my God, I had the Crash Test Dummies toys. Did you really?" Did you have that car by chance? That car looked really dope. Like the people come flying out the windshield. How morbid of a toy line. Tycho, Andy says Tycho did a great job with the BattleTech figures. Ooh, BattleTech. I have to look that up.
Is Tycho the one that made your the ones that you were collecting? The Chuck Norris one. Did they do those?
No, who made them? Hang on.
I seem to remember. I don't think I had the Double Dragon ones, but I thought it was like the same kind of figure basically as the Chuck Norris ones. But
the vehicles look like they were used too.
No, these were actually Chuck Norris made by Kenner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, check that out. Yeah, this is the only card I have. I have this this guy. Forgot his name. Reed Smith. This is the only card. Somebody sent me the card. The eBay seller sent me the card, even though it wasn't in the listing. Which I always appreciate when somebody does something. Yeah, exactly. Oh wow. She says, yeah, I had the car and the dog. That's pretty cool.
I didn't know there was a crash test dog. Nice.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm pretty sure I still have them in a box somewhere. Yeah. Andy was like, I think Kent. See, he was typing faster than he was thinking. Typing faster than thinking. Yeah, you got it. We knew what you were talking about. We got you. All right, last one.
Blast into action with the Blackbird Jet, the X-Men 3-stage fighter. It's a combat command cockpit. It's a land runner. It's an attack glider and a cerebral mutant detector. The hypersonic Blackbird Jet X-Men figure sold
by Toy Biz. Yeah, that looks dope. I was one of the commercials I had picked out for today. It ended up not being a vehicle, so I couldn't put it up here, but I almost put it up here because we were talking about it this week, was the Batman Bruce Wayne headquarters Batcave playset. I found a commercial for it. He was talking about thinking about pulling the trigger on it. And man, that thing is nice. I would love to have one of those, dude.
Yeah,
it looks incredible. Something I forgot to show off. Sorry, I'm sitting here staring at it, and I forgot to show this off at the beginning of the show. Is I did want to show off that. Just keep in mind, Articulated Empire is taking a break this weekend. I guess they've paused their shipping, so they're going to go on vacation or they're traveling, whatever it is. But they do have some upcoming shows. We're halfway through the year, everybody. If you want to catch Articulated Empire at a show, our buddy Steve and family, you're going to want to catch them at Joe Lanta, September 26th, 27th, and 28th. You can also catch Curtis and I there. We will be at Joe Lanta.
Schmurd, you coming down?
I would like to. When is it?
26th September.
September 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Close to my wedding, man. That's also the weekend of ToyCon, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah. Where's that? That's in New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
ToyCon, New Jersey? Okay. Yeah. And then after that, he's going to be in QuadCon in St. Charles, Missouri. Your neck of the woods.
My neck of the woods. That's
right there.
That's like 5 minutes away from me.
Is it really? October 19th. So get out there, get some stuff, buy some things from Steve, keep him employed. We like having him around.
Good dude.
Just wanted to bring that up.
Awesome photographer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, he crushes it. All right. What are we up to next, guys? We are into name that tune. Andy's favorite portion of the show. Bunches o' clues in this clip. I bet Andy is going to nail it. Let me get my chat pulled back up because see, this is Andy right here. Check this out. He goes, I think the crash test dummy dog was Bumper and came in a 2-pack with the cat. I think he was Hubcat.
Dude, who knows that?
Toy archivist.
Who knows that?
Archives all that info in his brain. Awesome.
That's Sandypedia, man. All right.
Makes you wonder, like, what knowledge he should have that he doesn't, like, that he's forgot, like, probably doesn't know his own phone number.
What's his salt shaker for? I don't know.
Doesn't know how to turn on a light switch. Like,
White plug with the cardboard part, the tube.
Forgets how to operate a microwave. He's just like, I don't know that, but
what's this big square
from
clock?
1982. It was created by this company, and it had X, Y, and Z. Yeah.
Exactly. Damn. I tell you guys, if we ever get together and play Trivial Pursuit, I'm on Andy's team for sure.
Oh man.
All right, here we go.
I hope to get some of the treasure for myself. A sheepherder's off so poor. The only thing he has in his pockets be his hands.
Seems to me you don't care what you have to do to line those pockets.
The gold would have been mine. But those thieves threw me out after I told them where it was.
About this gold, sir. Where did it come from?
I hear a schoolboy knows the legend of Brian Baru, the 11th century king who planted a vast treasure of gold in a secret cave in the rocks to trick those who wanted his lands and his treasure. Any invaders who came looking for it got their boats smashed on the rocks and were captured when they tried to get it.
Okay, I'm seeing. So right off the bat, I know exactly. So first of all, I know why Smurber immediately went to Centurions. He saw that mustache and was like, "There's nobody had a bosser mustache than
that mustache. That Selleck mustache was boss."
Well, right here in the front, here is two big clues right here. So if you check out the car right there.
I was looking at their dirt yard.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All I was hearing is the ridiculous over-the-top accents.
Oh my gosh, they're terrible.
Yeah,
they're so bad. Who did they get to do that third guy who comes in? He goes, "What were you talking about? Like, where'd that guy come from?" Everybody is screaming mask. And hey, listen. You guys know I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to play my favorite theme song from the 80s. So I'm just not going to pass it up. If I can work it into every show, I will. It's the main reason why the show gets demonetized.
Masked crusaders working overtime, fighting crime, secret raiders who will neutralize soon as they arrive. The Tracker's gonna leave the mission, and Spectrum's got such supervision.
The word play. Come on.
These the mighty powers that
pretty
can
good
save
one.
the day.
I would have to.
No one knows what lies behind the masquerade.
Here, let me turn down my favorite theme song so I can hear Curtis talking.
Yeah, how dare you interrupt our theme song?
Here.
People know, man, on this show, I'll play the entire intro. I don't care.
I'll just do like Mark when people are talking.
Exactly. I got my brown bag from the packaged liquor store at the corner, and I'm just.
I'm like, Mark, mute that, man.
Yeah, I think for music, you played it earlier in the commercial, but the X-Men theme is really there's no lyrics. For total theme song, I gotta go DuckTales. I think DuckTales.
Yeah,
dude,
come on,
it just cheers you up, like you just get lifted.
But Mask is a great one. I'm not nothing against Mask.
For sure.
If somebody came up to me and said, "I think this is my favorite theme song of all time," I'd be like, "Totally get it."
If somebody walked up to me and said, "I'll give you $1,000 if you can sing the entire Mask theme song," like I'd be like, I would take my shoes off and be like, "We're about to roll in some money. I can sing that whole thing." DuckTales. I think I could probably sing DuckTales. Do you guys remember the theme? Like, do you remember the whole intro? I can't right off the top of my head, but if somebody
starts off with the DuckTales, oh woo, yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. I love it. Oh man, I had to pick a cartoon. It was themed. What greater cartoon was there in the 80s that had to deal with vehicles?
Dude, if you're gonna do a vehicle, yeah, that's the one.
I mean, come on, G.I. Joe for sure. Transformers,
that's a good one
for sure.
Mask is that's all it's all about, right?
Yeah, it's about the vehicles transforming. That's right.
Transformers would be a good one. Transformers, a lot of vehicles.
Yeah, but they're all about the robots. But sure, yeah, exactly. That was Look at this: Thunderhawk with Matt Tracker, Firefly with Julio Lopez, and
that's right.
Kinsey Calhoun. I could not have placed Raven. I didn't remember that, but I do remember Julio Lopez and Firefly. It was one of my favorites. It was like a F1 racer, and the front wheels and the back wheels were connected on each side, and they would slide out to the back and make the jet wings, and then the tires looked like jet engines. Like, it was one of my favorites. I loved that one. Oh, that dude was great.
That one's great. Brian nailed it though. He first off, life is like a hurricane. That's the beginning of, and then he said the
hurricane. It's the dark blur. That's right.
And then he said
something
fired up in the beginning of Thundercats, and then the best is DuckTales. I could see both of those. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Thundercats is really dope.
I think
and so is Masters of the Universe. I mean, there's so many great intros. Oh, I have a horrific DuckTales theme song story. I need to hear that. Or do we have to wait and see you in person? Is it going to cause any trigger warnings?
I don't know how you could have a DuckTales horror story like that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, maybe like you're at home watching DuckTales, and then like Michael Myers comes flying into your room and stabs everybody.
Somebody puts ketchup on a steak, and you're listening to DuckTales. You're like, oh my god, I can never listen to this again.
You burn your mouth on the lava pockets. Let's see. What is this like? William Houston said, everyone wears a helmet except the kid and the robot. Yeah, exactly. Scott and T-Bob, right? T-Bob?
Sure.
Silverhawks, yeah. All time. Yeah, we're going to be talking about a bunch. I think a lot of these cartoons are going to be coming back around in our vehicle segment. Race cars, lasers, airplanes.
I hope they come back in cartoon form. Like, I would love a new version of Mask. I'd love a new version of Silverhawks. Like, in cartoon form. Dude, that would be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
I know that there was a lot of chatter at one point when the Michael Bay Transformers movies were around that he was going to do a Mask movie, and I would be freaking down for it. I mean, you basically are taking like a live action Mask movie. So you're taking basically like Fast and the Furious and then mixing that with Transformers. Come on, like I know to some people that sounds like black coffee and steak together, right? Like I know that sounds terrible. But I'd be there first night with the biggest bucket of popcorn.
I could see where a big time movie company wouldn't want to do that though, because they probably don't love money.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Like if you hate money, don't make that movie, because that's going to make billions of dollars. That would be so good.
Yeah. Right now, the scuttlebutt is that Michael Bay is returning for another Transformers movie after his.
You said scuttlebutt?
Scuttlebutt, right?
Okay.
I like
isn't
that
a term?
I need that.
It's not used very often, but it's a good one.
You got to use that more often.
Yeah.
I know. I'm actually a man out of time.
You got to read from Andy's.
Okay. All right. Let's get back to the chat. Where did it? Okay. All right. So what had happened was I was working at Culver Duck, a duck processing factory, and one day I grabbed one of the dead ducks and started singing the There's this thing like it.
Oh.
That's pretty morbid.
That is.
It's pretty morbid.
That'll make you see that theme song in a different way for the rest of the time. Yeah.
So you worked at a duck processing plant, and it was called Culver's Duck-a-Duck. That was the name of the place? My God. That's crazy.
I think he was saying Culver Duck, comma, it's a duck processing factory.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not.
I like Duck-a-Duck better.
Yeah. Duck-a-Duck is great.
Duck-a-Duck.
Yeah.
I was over at the Duck-a-Duck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got some hot coffee. And
then I just thought to myself, well, fuck a duck. Let's do it. You know? All right. Dropping F-bombs today. Exactly. All right. Scuttle buttery biscuits. Buttery biscuits.
Drooling on the rolls.
I just want to let everybody in the chat know that they were like, hey, we've got a timetable today, and Greg's got to get it. Like, we need to
truncate it.
Meanwhile, we're just talking about dancing dead ducks. We're like,
how can we stay on time today?
When I leave.
How can we make sure that we're going to stay on time? Invite Curtis
on track.
Whenever I said, okay, fine, we'll end at 12:30, and then Curtis was like, well, great. Well, I just won't say anything then. He just got his feelings.
Fuck it, I'm out. Flipped over tables. That can't be contained to an hour and a half. That's unfathomable.
Yeah. Don't put these time constraints on me, guys.
I mean, what is that? An hour and a half?
What's with all this unchecked depression?
90 minutes.
Sorry, my finger slipped. I wasn't trying to cut this off.
I just said my intro to Off-World takes an hour and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
It does. It really does.
But
it's
what
great.
Is that? Okay, Wholesome Warlock says Duck-a-Duck, and then Heinrich says, "Do ducks duck?" Bruce Willis and David Addison on Moonlighting. Ooh, Moonlighting, pulling out a
classic.
Pulling that. All right. Again, Heinrich is so great about sending me stuff throughout the week, especially for our wish list. I don't know where he finds these amazing ones, but he knows The ones that are my favorite are the ones where there's a lot of toys on the page from a lot of different companies. I don't like the ones where it's all just like one toy company. Sometimes those could be fun, but I really like when there's like
I mean, if it's superpowers.
Well, yeah,
Right,
exactly.
yeah.
So he sent me this one this week from Toys R Us. Man, I love this. Look what we got going on here. We've got some Bionic 6, which I love, some Masters of the Universe, some of the stretch wrestlers. We've got some Thundercats with, man, I do not remember whatever that is with Lion-O and Mumra.
I was just thinking that myself. I have no idea what's next to them.
What is that? Hang on. I'm going to have to pull up the whole file on my end and see if I can zoom in on what that is, because I do not know. What is it? Andy's going to know. Andy will be like, oh.
It's like a big like snake or alligator or something.
What is that? Where is that file? Oh, it's in my toy catalog page. That's where it is. Andy, what is that
Bionic
thing?
6.
You've never heard of Bionic 6?
No, I never did. I never had them.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
I knew of them. And the Masters at this point, this must be like 87, 88. This is like towards the end of Masters, because that's like the last waves. So I was out by that.
Yeah, who is that? In the front, that's Drag Strip or Rotar. Who is that guy there in the front? That's not. No, it's not the one that Rodart.
No, I thought, isn't that like Blast Attack or something? Or I don't know. I can't remember. I know that. I'm blanking on that. Well, you got Randor in the back, obviously, and then you got Rio Blast on whatever the fuck that is.
One of my favorites. I'm trying to find this
Andy
file on my desktop.
Fortress of Fangs from Dungeons and Dragon. Well, why is it in there with Thundercat?
Yeah, that's more in line because, well,
it says Tongosaurus.
Tongosaurus. Yeah, that's the Fortress of Fang was a playset, and that's what that looks like. But that's not the playset. So I'm wondering, that must be from Dungeons and Dragons.
No, this says, Brian says Tongosaurus is the Thundercats monster. So
it does say Thundercats Tongosaurus.
I don't know what a Tongosaurus is, but okay.
Brian, who Dragstore. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. No, that's not Dragstore, because Dragstore had the big wheel in his middle.
The wheel on his stomach. No,
Blast Attack. Boom, I got it.
Look at that. Boom. Look at you. We've got the Karate Kids
Good job,
Cannery Challenge playset, which is
awesome. It, Andy.
Exactly. Duck a duck.
Duck a duck.
We've got some of the Ghost Warriors, which I loved. We've got some G.I. Joe, some Silverhawks. Man, this is just
and then what's the second
Air Raiders
from the bottom there, like above Ghostbusters? What is that?
That is the Karate Kid Cannery Challenge playset. Do you remember in Karate Kid 2, I think, when he goes to Okinawa and they're the swinging thing coming back and forth, he was learning to dodge?
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's what that is. All right, let's hear it. Okay. What's everybody want off this page? Curtis, you're our guest.
If you don't know what I want off this page, then you don't even know me, and I'm leaving right now.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can pick for Curtis.
Because it's not even close. There's only one box on this that I even care about.
Silverhawks.
That's it.
Yeah, he's getting all those Silverhawks. So we got Karate Kid, Copper Kid. Looks like
Bluegrass, Quicksilver.
Yeah. What's the big bird? I know I had that, but
that's not.
I don't remember.
That's not the Mirage. That is. I can't remember what that thing was called.
Did they ride it?
I don't remember. I think it like picked up people. If I remember right, I can't remember. I didn't have.
Yeah, it actually doesn't. It says it's called the attack bird.
Yeah, I think it was able to grab figures like with its claw, but they didn't like. It wasn't like a vehicle. I don't think.
Yeah, I'd be about the Silverhawks, and I would get the Thundercats again, Lion-O and Mumra, and then I always wanted the Rowdy Roddy Piper, so I would get that stretchy Rowdy.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Bionic 6. It was one of my favorite toy lines when I was a kid. I loved it. It was like they were like plastic and they were metal. Now the metal part, the paint would flake off super easy. That sucked, but I love the concept, the whole idea. There were like translucent parts on the figures. They look great. They were small and pocket size. They're a figure that I wish that Super 7 would pick up on Reaction. and I would buy every one of them just to have them again. I know they wouldn't feel the same. Those figures were heavy because they were kind of metal. They had metal parts. I'm going to go with Bionic 6, and then I'm going to take that Karate Kid play set, because Karate Kid I'm kind of leaning towards is might be the next like Chuck Norris line that I go after. I really liked those as a kid, and I man, they had some really cool play sets, but I'm a little afraid that it's going to get expensive because I want that like back alley play set, and I'm sure that thing is a pretty penny. Monarch Prime says, is all of the above an option? Absolutely. Have we figured out? I do not remember this. Thundercats Tongasaurus. Is that a real figure from Thundercats? Like, I don't remember that at all.
Like, are you saying, was it in the cartoon? Is that what you're asking?
Was it an actual toy that was made, or is this kind of mislabeled? I don't remember this being a thing.
It sounds like that it was. I don't remember it, but I wasn't really big into Thundercats.
I gotta look this up.
The Silverhawk one is called Stronghold. So it's like a big bird that it just grabs people and stuff.
This is totally a thing. Tongasaurus, the deadly devouring monster. Absolutely. Yeah. It had a little handle on the back, and you pushed it forward and the tongue would unroll, and then you pulled the handle back and it would roll the figure up. This doesn't even look like a Thundercats toy. This looks like like out of Dungeons and Dragons. But
if I had to guess, this was one of those that they probably had from another toy line that they wanted to repurpose. That because like you had a lot of that back then.
Oh, William Golden says it's real but rare. Yeah. Brian says he thinks it was in one episode of Thundercats, and Andy will know what episode that was.
He'll know the number. He'll know all the voice actors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, dude, you know where Andy like blew me away one day? It was, I think we showed a clip. It wasn't too long ago. Maybe it was last weekend. We showed the intro to which another great intro song was to Kid Video. And there's a black girl like as part of the real life band, and then in the episode when they become cartoon characters, her skin tone's much lighter, and Andy was like, he commented on, he was like, yeah, her skin tone was like much lighter in season 1, but they went back and made her skin tone lighter in season 2 to make her closer to the live action actress's skin tone. And I was like, this dude knows everything, man. It's crazy.
I'm looking at the box for that bird. It says 20-inch wingspan, attacking jaw, flapping wings, and gripping legs. So,
dude, that's everything that Curtis comes with as well.
Absolutely.
Kid Video was a cool show if you've never seen it. Absolutely.
I've never heard of it.
Oh my gosh.
Video?
Fantastic. Yeah, okay. Kid Video. Yeah, they were in a band. It was a group of like 5 kids. They were in a band, and they had this magic mirror, and they pulled the curtain off the magic mirror, and it sucked them into this cartoon music world, and then they used their musical powers to like try to escape. It was very much Dungeons and Dragons like, like they get like real people get sucked into a fantasy world, and then they're trying to get out again.
What was the one that was kind of like that the kid got sucked into like the video games for Nintendo? It was like
Commander N and
Captain N or something.
Captain N and something that it had like come on guys, chat, help me out.
And he would be like going up against like very notable like in Nintendo like villains and stuff.
He wore the power glove on one hand, he had the zapper in the other, and he had the Nintendo power pad on his belt buckle, right?
The Nintendo, the power, that glove was portrayed in cartoons and movies to be way cooler than what it is in person.
Yeah, it's impossible to use.
Yeah, in person it sucks. But like if you watch like the Wizard movie, with Fred Savage, like that kid pulls it out of the case, and it's almost like from Pulp Fiction where they open it up and like the glove comes out and stuff. It's like he's got the glove. And then that little kid still just whoops his butt, even though he's got the glove.
Exactly. We got Grumps in the chat.
Your glove ain't beating the kid with the Tism. That Tism kid is gonna destroy you at Nintendo. Like that's all they live for.
The Game Master.
So
that's
trust
awesome.
me. As a having a son with autism, I can tell you that kid is kicking your butt every day of the week. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they might not be able to make eye contact with you, but when it comes to video games, they're kicking your butt.
My oldest son has a touch of it, and bless his heart, he'll wreck you at Cuphead.
Yeah.
Cuphead's hard, man. It's a hard game.
Andy says Captain N and the Game Master.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, The Wizard is a great movie. Yeah, John's like, yeah, The Wizard's. Yeah, I remember being blown away by it.
But like when you look back on it now, like they basically kidnapped the kid and are taking him cross country without the parent. Like it's like, this is really a bad idea. It's a terrible idea. But I love it.
And then that's how Nintendo like announced Super Mario 3.
Yeah. They break it out at the big to do at
Nintendo
the end.
Nintendo Game World, yeah.
And all of a sudden, like this kid already knows like the secrets to like get the warp whistles and stuff. Like he's sitting on the thing and going behind the scenes. Like, dude, how would you know that? Like how there's no way to know that.
I think every one of us that grew up in the 80s wanted to be Fred Savage in that movie, like for sure. All right, let's get after it. Where are our pickups?
I just got to say, you're doing a great job of moving the show along.
I'm doing the best I can, man.
Good work, Mark.
We're 42 minutes in, man. I'm trying to be conscious of Greg's time here today and my wife's too. I don't want to get hit with anything heavy. We have a big day. It's college football kickoff day, and we have a big Florida State game today that we're not going to because the tickets were astronomical because we're playing Alabama. And by playing Alabama, I mean we're gonna be there, and then Alabama is gonna play some football, and we're gonna watch them.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what we're going to do. But yeah, we got a lot going on today. It's a big weekend. We're going to try to make it happen. Let's see here. I've got a ton. Greg, I know you got a lot. Curtis doesn't have as much. This week's been a light week.
I can keep up with the best of them, but I just figure I don't want to make it go too long.
Let me kick things off. I'm going to kick things off with probably my favorite pickup of the week. You guys know I showed this picture last week. It's one of my favorite all-time pictures. I'm going to love this. I'm going to cherish this picture forever. This is Brian Carr, who drove all the way to a Regal Cinemas movie theater in Pennsylvania to pick this up for me. So my first pickup is definitely going to have to be my Annabelle popcorn bucket, which I have thoroughly scared the crap out of my 12-year-old.
That's nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Look at this. The Conjuring. Look, she got a little popcorn bucket, and I just move her around the house, and so like you'll come in, she's sitting in the living room, then I'll put her in the kitchen, then she'll be in our downstairs bathroom. But I love this, Brian, buddy, I love you. Thank you. That's the wildest thing that's in my house. That's the craziest thing by far.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Greg, what you got?
The Silver Knight came.
Ooh, nice.
Yesterday. So thanks to the studio for getting these out. Appreciate it.
Very cool.
See you, Benny. Have a good day, buddy.
I'm going to start with, so I did a travel toy video earlier this week, which is up now. I actually just released another one for members. So after this, you can go check that out if you're a member. If not, it'll be live tomorrow. But this was the one from earlier this week, which I think has surprised a few people. And this is the fashion plates from Hobby Lobby. And I don't know if you remember this, but I know at Legions Con they did the one that's based on the Monster Creator. This is kind of the same concept. I never knew of the Monster Creator when I was a kid, but my sister had this one where it's got like these plates with like heads on it, and then plates with a torso, and then plates with like legs or skirts or whatever. And so you put them in this thing over here, and you put a piece of paper over it, and then you like rub this crayon on it, and it makes the drawing come together. So it's like, this was custom. This was my first version of customizing, was this thing. And I know it's meant for girls. I don't care. Like, my customizing brain freaking loved this as a kid.
Awesome.
And they've even upped it a little bit, because on the backs of these now, they put like these textures. So you can do your etching, and then you can turn it around and you can add texture to like the jeans or the hair or whatever. So this thing is super cool. I think it was like $15 or something. And it's just,
where'd you find it?
Hobby Lobby.
Oh, Hobby Lobby. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll need to go in and try to find one for my daughter. She's about to turn 7, but she would love that.
Fantastic. So I think some people were surprised that this was my pickup this week. But as soon as I saw this, it just hit my nostalgia kind of. My sister had one. My parents would go bowling, and they would take us down to the nursery and like had them watch us while they were bowling, and they had one down there, and I used to use this thing all the freaking time. So, I really enjoyed that one.
It looks like both Greg and Freaks Figures both got their Smurber paintbrushes. I've had some for a few weeks now, and I love them. They're fantastic. I think who was it that I saw this week? Eric Miller
just posted something.
Yeah, did his review of them, and he said they hold a tip very well. They do. I agree with that. Now, I'm not nearly the customizer that Eric is, but he's right. They hold a really, really good tip. They're
and sometimes you just want to use the tip. That's it.
Exactly.
And you can
just tip. You actually have like the smallest tip brush that you have in there. You get the whole set for $15 plus shipping, and then
if you're a member of the channel.
If you're a member of the channel, it's like go subscribe to his channel. And I went into my Games Workshop store a few months ago to try to find that same size brush. It was $30 just for that one brush. It's crazy. Yeah. So definitely.
It will be available, by the way, at Joe Lanta. We're going to be painting all weekend. Myself, Dirk, Tanya, Purple Gang.
Wow.
They will be available there. So if anybody joins us to paint, you can pick up one of the sets of the brushes. They'll be $20 at the show, and then you don't have to remember. Then you can say, I don't have to watch your stuff. So
exactly. Brian Carr says the Mighty Man and the Monster Maker from the 80s was amazing. I
would have loved it. I never knew it existed. But yeah, that one with the dresses and stuff, dude, I did that all the time. So
this year, I am
actually. You can say what you will about what that means about me, but I loved it.
This year, I am not. I am not going to go trick or treating with my family. I'm going to let them go around because this year I want to sit in front of my house and hand out candy, which we never do because we're always walking with our kids. But this year I do plan on sitting and handing out candy. And yeah, I will be putting candy in the Sanibel bucket. That is exactly what I'm going to do.
I would be avoiding that house.
Exactly. Andy says, and they're ergonomic. They are. They are
ergonomic. Yeah, ergonomic.
Exactly. Sometimes the tip is all you need. Just
true.
Just
the tip.
And then we're back around to me. Around to me. Okay.
Mark's like, somebody go. We're killing time.
Go.
Oh, it's my turn.
We gotta. Oh yeah, that's right. Exactly. This is what it's like playing a board game with me. I'm just like, whose turn is it? And they're like, yours. I'm like, my bad. Let's kick things off with All Stars 6. I got in almost all of my order. So here we have Deacon. Which is just, I was not going to sleep on the horse. I wasn't going to sleep on the horse. Now, I don't know if this one was actually painted by Scott Warren or not. I'm looking for his name.
I don't think it was.
Okay. Yeah. I was looking for his name on there. But I didn't
if you
see
go to
anything.
Charlie's Collectibles, I'm sure there'll be one that he has with his name on it.
Yeah. I was looking for his name. I didn't see Asshat on there.
It's named after him. It's,
All right, Greg, we're back to you.
Yes, I found the purple Batman.
Very nice.
Target. Are you tracking down all the colors?
I've seen a few, but purple was the only one I really thought was cool. I might get the orange. I kind of like the orange one.
I have two friends in town that are collecting them. I have every one of them so far. They look nice in a display. I went to one of my buddy's houses this week, and I saw his up on a display, and they all look great. I'm surprised McFarlane hasn't put them all in a gigantic box set for like $300.
You never know. Yeah, you never know.
To continue just, self-promoting, earlier this week on the channel, had how they do that with Dub 3. And so I picked up a couple things that he had recommended in the video. This one is a bookshelf off of Amazon. I also bought some extra books for it. And these things are awesome. I was showing these off yesterday, but each one of these books opens up and there's like actual like papers in it, right?
What?
Yeah.
Every book, is it not every book on that shelf?
Every single book. So it comes with 50 books, and then I bought an extra 200 books. So what you're looking at is 250 books, and each one opens up with actual papers in it. And so you can put these in people's hands and have them open it up and read it. You can have them carrying it. You can have them on the bookshelf. But this thing is fantastic. Links are in that video. So if you go watch the one with Dub 3 this week, it's got a link for the bookcase and the books and all that.
What's the bookcase and the extra books run?
The bookcase and the 50 books, I think, is like 22. And then I think I ordered an extra 200 books, which was like 20 or something.
Oh, wow.
But so like if you look at his pictures, yeah, if you look at his pictures, he's got like a crystal ball up here, a bust. He's got like some other knickknacks on here that make it look a little cooler for a background. But I was like, yeah, I gotta get that.
So good.
And then this treasure chest thing I just picked up at Hobby Lobby. They've got these things there, but he was showing off in one of his pictures. They've got these gold bars, which are not. It's probably not going to show up here, but and it is like it comes in a bag from Amazon. It was pretty cheap as well, and they're heavy. They're like made of some sort of metal, but they look like gold bars. And so you put them in a little treasure chest like this, and super cool. So both of the links for those are in that video. And I mean, just super cheap stuff from Amazon that can immediately you throw it into a picture or on display with your figures and stuff, and just looks cool.
Terrence needs that bookcase for his tavern. I don't know who's coming to a tavern to read, but maybe.
I thought it was interesting that I bought all these books and I don't read. So
again, I mean, I wasn't going to make that joke, but
valid.
He's like, what's the inside of a book? I don't know what goes on in there.
I like, do they all have papers like this and then real books? Like, is that how that works?
I finally got my hands on Baradak, which again, I'm not going to sleep on the big guys, but I've had this for like 3 or 4 months just sitting on and I finally get to use it. This is so shameless promotion here for Darla. It's somebody that Curtis knows a little bit.
I do know her.
She makes amazing capes, and this was one that I have. It's double-sided, so it's purple and black.
She's up there working on Legions Con capes right now as we speak.
So cannot wait that her cape will make an appearance in that review.
Awesome.
Definitely. So that's it. Greg, what you got?
Is Melania from Elden Ring.
I saw that.
That's cool. I don't think I've seen
that. And
before.
You're not a fan of that game, though, are you? But
no, I played it. I played it until I wanted to break it and snap it in half.
Wow!
Was not good at it. But I love the game. But I really just love the design of this character.
Yeah.
This figure is so damn expensive, but I really wanted it. So looking forward to checking it out.
Very cool. I've been slowly working through my biblical adventures thing that I got from Chris, and this is the Fontaine Saint Michael, which I think looks really awesome and could fit easily in Mythic display. Like you throw this in like an Etheron display or something. The paintwork on here is spectacular because like this is soft goods, like so this is like almost like a suede material, and then this is more of like a cotton material. But they've got the colors on the fabric looks the exact same as the colors on the plastic that they painted.
Wow.
So they just did a great job of matching that up, and it looks amazing. And then these figures, for anybody that hasn't gotten them, like maybe you're thinking, biblical adventures isn't my thing. I don't need a Jesus. I don't need this and that. I'm telling you, these things move like butter. They are so good at articulating, and some of them, like I've got the like demons up there, and I've got this one. Some of them really work in well with Mythic Legions. So, but yeah, this thing I thought was awesome.
Yeah, I've been eyeing that Demon 2-pack that looks just like that. It has the same kind of paint job. They look like statues, like gargoyles.
Yeah, it's like a gargoyle in grotesque or something.
Yeah. I've been, because again, they just look like awesome statues to put back behind. Like if you don't even want to mess with them as figures. Andy says it's okay, Curtis. He's illegitimate and can't read either. So
here, this is one of the red. I think it's called Red Devils or something. That I was talking about. Like you throw that up with your Aether display.
Yeah.
It works. They
it's okay that they have
scale, so they kind of look like maybe imps or something,
Right. I was just gonna say it's okay that they have different body types, because like those imps or demons could have different body types and be like lesser demons, and it's kind of okay. MJ Stetton says, "What's up, plastic pushers? I'm here for my fix." Absolutely. Back to me. I'm gonna start doubling up on some of these that kind of go together a little bit. 2 of the All-Star 6 that I got that are re-releases. I don't have either one of them. Both are Shadowhorn and what is this? I forgot his
Ignatius.
name. Yes, Sir Ignatius. So glad to finally have these 2 in my collection because I love my dwarves.
Great job on Ignatius, just so beautiful.
Yeah, just so beautiful. Like that's just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I don't have what's her name? Gadriel. Is that her name?
Yeah, Gadriel.
I don't have her, and I know her paint job's very similar. And then there's like a new one that's coming in soon to be wave. That's like an archangel or something. That's got the
wings. It's the Joe Russo one.
Yosef.
Yeah, man, those look so nice. So, yep, looking great. Glad to have those two. I already had Gorthok and Clavian, so I didn't go in on those. Don't need more of those guys.
Greg, oh yeah,
look at that. Yeah, I have that She-Hulk. I can't wait to tear her open.
I should have got 2 of this one. I should have got 1 more when I saw it.
Oh yeah, is that the that's the one from Rogue One?
Yeah, Rogue One.
Yeah, they have a really cool communications backpack. That thing's nice.
Yeah, very cool.
Awesome.
What's Eric talking about? Chris is a goofball, but he's also a world-class production manager. That dude knows how to make a quality toy for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
100%. 100%.
So I got a couple of my test shots in, and the way that I view test shots, I know I was having a conversation with some folks that were like, well, that's not really my thing and stuff. They're just a great investment. So if the way I look at it is I'm going to get something that I think is cool. And if I end up keeping it, that's awesome. And if somebody else needs it and I can trade it later or whatever, I'll do that because they're either going to retain their value or grow in value, most likely grow in value.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The 2 that I picked up for the first week, I got the Shadow Orc Grunt, which is a special one for me because this is the one that Jesse and I got to reveal on our show during the Reinforcements 2 wave. So it's just kind of a special moment in time. So my plan is to put this with a regular Shadow Orc Grunt and a picture of me and Jesse from that reveal, like in a shadow box. I think it would be really cool. And then the other one I got is the Tactics Male Orc, which is the first figure that I ever pre-ordered from Four Horsemen. So it's just kind of special that's like the first one that kind of pulled me in. So once again, if this may end up being a giveaway. It may end up getting traded for something later on. But if I keep it, I know why. Like I've got a special attachment to it. So
right. Yeah. I too got my my one and only test shot. It was from week 1. I got the Cavern Dwarf, I guess version 2.
Yep.
I guess that's what it's called. I just love dwarves. They're my favorite faction. I love any dwarf. My favorite dwarf is Halmir. I never thought I'd have a test shot. I never thought I'd own one. But this is the one that I went with because I just love dwarves. If I got another one in the future, I think I could probably see myself getting Sir Andrew because he's kind of like my new favorite figure that my new favorite character that I've kind of locked in on. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I think it's because I found out he was a necromancer, and I think that's literally the only thing that did it. Like other than him being a bronze knight and looking amazing, I was like, I'm gonna get that figure, of course, because he looks great. But I just wasn't especially like. I guess I'll go ahead and get him out. And
he's one of those that I feel like people underestimated a little bit, and once you get it in hand, you're like, wow, this thing is really special. Like there's something special about this character.
Right.
But when they were talking, like I was watching a review and I don't even remember what review it was because I think I blacked out. I think it was Billy Beige's review I was watching. And he talked about him being like a pyromancer. And I'm like, oh, that's why he comes with all the flame effects and everything. I was just like, I think I blacked out. I was like, why have we not had a pyromancer yet? Like, that's incredible. Like, that's awesome. And so like, I've kind of like, locked in on this guy and just been like, man, he is just so incredibly dope.
It's also really special because that one is the one that they kind of went to Vasapolo and he was able to design that one with his son. Like they came up with the idea of that character.
Wow. Okay.
So, for somebody that's been working for a studio for a long time to be able to work with your kid and come up with this character is it's kind of neat.
Well, let me use that as a really nice segue to just show off something else that I got this week. It's no longer in package because I opened it, but I was talking about this with Curtis before the show. This is the crystal ball from G.I. Joe Classified Series. He does, of course, come with his original crystal ball head. That's dope. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. This figure is probably going to wind up in my top 10 figures of the year just because look at this translucent Cthulhu horned head. Like, this is so awesome dope. Head. If you want to put this in with your G.I. Joes, have at it. If you want to put this in with your Operation Monster Force, he fits in perfectly. If you want to put this in,
did they advertise that head, or is that like a special thing that they include? I don't remember. I mean, like as much as I've seen people looking for this figure all over the place, and I've seen pictures of it. Before you showed that with that head, I'd never seen that head before.
Yeah, they did show it off, and so I think the way that they first teased it was he was on the back of, was it Serpentor? was it not Serpentor? I'm sorry. What's the big winged guy from G.I. Joe from the movie? From
no idea.
Why am I blanking? Somebody please help me out in the chat. But anyway, so I think on the back of his package, they teased him with that head, and people were like, "Who is that? Like, what are they?" Because typically when they draw a little character in the background, people are like, "Oh, is that a figure that's coming later?" Like,
Right.
I don't know if it was a photograph or if it was like a AI illustration or some kind of like Nemesis Enforcer. I think that's it. Thanks, Brian. I think it's on the back of that package. He's kind of shown with this head, and people are like, "Who is that guy?" Like, we don't know. And then it came out to be. Now they have another figure coming out. In my review, I kept calling it the Dire Tech because that's what I found online as the name of the figure, but it's called the Ghost Viper. It's a character they've made up, but he comes with a green translucent Cobra. That's reuse from the Cobra Commander Once a Man pack, I believe. It comes with a translucent wolf from like Timber from the full wolf, but it's all green translucent. He comes with a green translucent Cobra head, a green translucent Cobra head with the hood out, and then some green fiery hands. You can mix and match all of these parts onto Crystal Ball, but these guys are kind of like Crystal Ball's like own little army, so you can army build them.
Like his little goon squad.
Yeah, his little goon squad. I don't like, you could put these in, like this guy could easily be like a Valaverse, like Action Force villain to go in with like Bone Collector or whatever. He's just dope. He's way cooler than he needs to be. And watch my review. I talk about all the paint apps and all the tampos. It's like, did Hasbro
I could see him fitting in with Monster Force too.
Oh,
like,
Monster Force for sure. 100%. Yeah. Absolutely. So cool. I just want. Oh, the segue was because I kind of remember in the 80s somebody telling me or me hearing somewhere that this figure was created by Stephen King, and it turns out he was. Jeff gave me a really good education on this. So
that's cool.
I guess he was a fan of G.I. Joe or whatever, or somehow he knew Larry Hama or whatever, and they let Stephen King and his son, I think Jeff said it was Owen King, create this character. And so he created it with his son, and they come up with, he would be like a magician, and he would have this crystal ball, and he would hypnotize people, and he's kind of scary and he has monsters or whatever. That's kind of it. And so they even named the character Richard King. And I want to say that Jeff even said on some show, I don't think it was G.I. Joe, but he mentioned some show where like even like the kid in the show had like a super rare version of the toy. So anyway, it was a father and son creation. So nice little segue there. But yeah,
that's really cool. I'd never heard that story. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Brian, dude, you're amazing. Super chat. I still need double jointed shirt, and now I need a triple jointed shirt too. Maybe have a drawing in your head for logo. Yeah. So I'm real.
If you guys ever do a triple jointed shirt, what it needs to be is like you two done like really well, and then just like a pencil drawing of me, like a stick figure, you know, just kind of like peeking around like Greg's shoulder or something. Like, hey, I'm here too. Like,
I definitely want to do some shirts to sell, and I've had the idea for like an enamel pin, but also like I kind of been thinking about like a sticker pack. I don't know how people would feel about that, but we have so many like funny little sayings and things that we talk about on the show, like making a sticker pack of some of the things that we say, I think would also be kind of funny. I don't know. I've been real hesitant about like sinking money in there because I don't know how many people would actually want this stuff. So, but I have made stickers for other people. So, so definitely. Benny says he's been looking for a crystal ball, and now his Vipers are coming out. That's amazing. Yeah,
seems like a lot of people are having a problem finding that crystal ball.
Yeah, I'm not a Joe guy, but that's a freaking cool toy. Exactly. Yeah, 100%. Again, this is what they did. Walmart put it up for pre-order during a pre-order, bonanza. Big. What do they call it? Collector Con. People started calling it Cancel Con because that's what's going to happen. Yeah, he's kind of a tough one to get your hands on. But anyway, next up, Greg, what you got?
That's it for now. We can do. I'll do more. Yeah.
Okay.
I just got one more thing. I got my newest issue of Toy Collector magazine. If you guys aren't getting this, just a FYI, it is available on Big Bad Toy Store. So if you're ever getting ready to like ship a pile of loot or something, you can throw one of these in there. It is cheaper if you get the subscription though. With a subscription, I think for like $60, you get all 6 issues across the year, where it's $15 if you order them individually. But this thing's great. They have like typically every cover has something that you're seeing for the first time. So this is the world premiere of the Ben Cooper Kiss costumes.
Nice.
And so there's always something really new and cool on the cover. And then they've got, new release stuff inside, stuff from conventions. They've got interviews with some of the manufacturers and stuff. It's just a really fun magazine. So strongly encourage folks to get that.
As somebody who is a graphic designer for their living, and somebody who also is well trained in long form editorial design, I love to see print magazines making a comeback, because I do that. That's what I do. Brian, did you ever get one? Brian,
have you seen this one too? Legions magazine.
No.
So this one, they've only got, this is the first issue. The second one is on pre-order right now. This one they take, it says Legions, but it's not like Mythic Legions. It's based on toy mercs. They say toy mercs are Legion, so that's kind of where that came from. But it is toy photography from our community. So they've taken stuff from Instagram and they've put it on here. So our buddy Steve Mank that we've talked about earlier, Articulate Times, he's got a bunch of photos in here that they go and put. And so like these people that are doing the great toy photography in our community, they actually have a hard copy printed version of their stuff. It's just a really cool thing. So that you just go to legionsmagazine.com to get that.
Can you still get issue 1?
You can still get issue 1, and issue 2 is currently on pre-order. So it's something that's
nice.
Just kind of starting. I think they're going to do one once a quarter. But yeah, both of those magazines, I'm 100% all in on, because I'm with you. Like physical media, while there's not as much of it nowadays, like it's still freaking cool to have, especially that one because it's people's art, right? Like you'll scroll through, on Instagram and you'll see like Steve Mank's photo and you're like, oh, that's cool. Well, now you've got a full one. You could even pull it out of that book and frame it and put it on the wall if you wanted to. Yeah.
I worked at a magazine for about 6 years. I was the main designer on a resort guide for a big hotel chain down in Destin for a while, and then I do a alumni magazine now for the university. So I do long form editorial design, and so there's an art to it, man. It's all
for sure,
amongst other things. Hey Brian, I don't know if you heard me a minute ago. Did you ever track one down? No, that's Andy's comment. Brian said he pre-ordered Crystal Ball, the first or second of the pre-order, and did not help. Let's see here. Oh, Brian did answer. He goes, I did not ever get one, but glad to hear you say that he's going to be hitting, because I might need one for the regular head and one for the magical head. Nice. We got Wholesome Warlock and Van Johnson in the chat. We love you guys so much, sending so much purple love your way.
They're gonna have Ricky on tonight, which is Van's dad. If you've never seen Ricky before, he's like one of the greatest people ever to live. I love Ricky to death. So it is a must watch tonight. I'm just telling you right now. A lot of the world is going to get introduced to Ricky tonight, and I could not be happier.
I'm going to show off this will be my last. I'll skip some of the rest of my my A6 haul, but I did want to show this off because this was pretty cool. I finally got in the very first of my Mondo Ghostbusters. This is their 1/12 scale line. I love this box. It looks like an ecto. What is it called? The trap, the ecto trap, ecto trap. And then the box even opens on the front, just like the trap doors do, and you can see the character. Now I just went with the single character. I didn't get the single character and the monster. I
think the box for the single character might be better, because I've seen the box for the double. I think the single one might be better.
Really? Okay, I haven't seen how the boxes come, but I do. Real Ghostbusters is one of my all-time favorite cartoons. One of my favorite toy lines. I have a bunch behind me. I have all of my Ghostbusters like right up there. The Ecto one. I got some carded figures in the back. Like I just absolutely like. Anytime anybody makes, like, I thought for sure that Super 7 Ultimates would do them eventually, and I thought those will be the ones that I get. But then Mondo is just like hold my beer. So
Heinrich says that D13 has a sale up on their website right now, so that's interesting.
Oh, yep. And then also, so D13 is having a sale, and also Valaverse, it's their Labor Day sale. The way that their Labor Day sale works, there's no code. All you do is you just go, you spend over $100, you get a certain percentage off. Over 150, you get another percentage off. But then they also have a buy one get one on the hands pack, so you can get some free hands. So definitely head over there because they've got gloved hands, and then 2 shades. They've got 2 skin tones, the light and dark skin tones on the hands pack. So there's 3 hands packs. If you want them, head over there and do that. That's my last pickup.
D13 has the Blue Jesus up for sale, which I thought was going to be just for Kickstarter. So FYI, if you didn't get your Blue Jesus, this is your time to get it.
Gold one. You ever seen that gold one?
Did want to show this. This is one of the Steve ones from that magazine.
Look at that. Steve is incredible.
Dude, so good.
Yeah, Steve's really good.
All right, let's get into this unboxing real quick. Each one of us has picked a Mythic Legions today. I was going to do Sir Andrew, but I don't think I am. I'm going to change it to one of the ones that I got 2 of. I only bought 2 dupes this time because you guys know me and I love skeletons in armor, but you give me a dwarf skeleton in armor.
Good choice.
Sir Enoch and Sir, who do you have over there? That's one of your Silver Knights. What did you hold up?
Sir Dalric.
Yep.
Sir Dalric. That's right.
Never opened him.
And this was my most anticipated figure this year, and I've been waiting because I wanted to do the review, and I'm going to open it here. So
something special.
I will be doing a review this week though, because now I feel I have to. So
right,
you guys are forcing me to do a review.
Forcing your hand.
Yeah,
forcing your hand. Is that going to be like one of your? That's your exploded reviews.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, got to explode, make it go boom,
make it explode.
Yeah.
I love
all I like
everything
is
about this guy.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, little.
What was that?
So, what's everyone's thoughts on the Silver Knight that have opened the chat?
I haven't gotten mine yet. I think for the price point, they're great.
Yes,
I think that you can definitely spruce them up with some soft goods. So yeah. Or even just some paint, like throw some paint on there. I've got a video dropping with Joe Russo on Monday, how they do that. And he took one of those vampire phalanx, Greg, that we were working on.
Yeah.
And he kind of did like a dry brush of silver all over it. And then he painted some flat black parts with it. And I think you could probably do that with the Silver Knight. Just paint some of the parts like a flat black, and it would really pop. So,
I'll have to try that. Yeah, Brian C did a wash for his, and it looks great.
I decided to grab 2 of these mainly because it's skeletons in armor, dwarf skeletons in armor. But I saw somebody, because I had the same idea, but I saw somebody's already beat me to it. Where in the Cabal, somebody took one of these and then took all the bone parts off. And used the extra head and just made like a regular armored dwarf.
Yeah, right here.
You know? Oh yeah, exactly. Now, are those the extra dwarf leg parts you got from the?
Yeah, because if you use the muscle legs, the hips, they don't look right because there's no like side pieces that came with Scally.
Yeah.
So it's just bone and bone hip. But if you do the muscle legs, it doesn't quite look right. It's kind of so I use the dwarf extras that came with the 2-pack exclusives.
Oh my god! Oh,
it's a great figure. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
I am loving this so freaking much.
Look
at this squat little fucker.
He's awesome, isn't he?
Dude, and then getting the Poxus chest piece in this blue is incredible. I got one of these. If you guys remember, I showed you guys in the chat group. I had gotten one earlier, like a few weeks ago, and I made this custom. This is kind of like my paladin, but I used that Scally torso on this guy, and then I painted the lower part to match. So this is kind of like my San Diego Comic-Con exclusive paladin, since I don't have one.
I was actually working on painting up a Dubon head today to put on my Enoch. So
Nice.
This fits out perfectly.
This is gorgeous. And I've always loved this shoulder pauldron that we got with one of the gladiators, but we never ever got the other shoulder pauldron to match.
And it wasn't painted. It was, Legion Builder style. So,
right.
Yeah.
This is just, and then I believe that like, this lower piece, is this the lower piece that came with like Terpiculi?
Yeah.
The lower. Yeah. This is just so incredible. Oh my God. I love this.
Okay, so for me, this Enoch, one of the reasons, I mean, I love Templars anyway, but one of the other reasons why I was so excited for this figure is I love clean paint apps, like, and all of the little like red and gold details, the trim on this is so precise and just beautiful, man. Like that is.
Here,
there's something to be said for like rust effects and dirtiness and stuff, but like that,
look at that.
is just spectacular. It's so beautiful, so ornate. So
I think I was watching Billy Beige's review of that, and he took the tunic top off, and like it's painted underneath, right? Like
I haven't looked, but I heard that it's like stark white under it. So yeah, I'll have to take
this
a look.
extra head is incredible. Have we ever gotten these side pieces before?
We from the Vampire Phalanx, I think, has it.
Oh,
no, those are different. No, I think those are new. Yeah. This is the underneath the. So it is like a bright white, and then it's got like a gold or red trim on the side. So
yeah, the red trim was what I thought was really cool. I was like, oh, they didn't have to do that. This guy comes with so much. He doesn't come with a full hands pack, but he does come with some extra hands. He does come with this beautifully painted shield. I can't think of any time we've really had the shield painted up this nicely before. Beautiful axe, the different clips. Let me ask you guys a question, because you're avid collectors. I understand that they include these because every Mythic Legions figure could be somebody's first Mythic Legions figure. But do you see the importance of them including these anymore? The 3 back adapters.
I think that if they threw it in like 1 or 2 figures a wave, it would probably be okay. Right. I think, like you said, it could be somebody's first, but there's like, I've got a billion of them. So
I've gotten to the point where I feel bad, but I've started throwing them away.
I almost don't want to cover them in my reviews anymore. It's like, I've talked about it in every single review. Like I don't, so I try to go through it as quick as I can, but.
And then because there's so many different variations here, if your dwarves in your mind wield an axe, they got you covered. If they wield a hammer, they got you covered. If you want one of the best swords in the line, they got you covered. Like whatever you want. And then these 2 heads are probably some of the most beautiful. You were talking about clean paint apps, Curtis. The paint apps on these heads are gorgeous. The bronze, the silver, the steel, the iron, the gold. It's like every metallic color they could put on here. Do you know who painted this figure?
I do not know on that one. No.
Okay, man. Whoever did needs a raise.
It's fabulous. I tell you that. Like I'm not I like dwarves, but I'm not like crazy. Like some people. And I'm not a huge skeleton guy. Like I like skeletons, but I don't like lose my mind over it. But that one, for some reason, the proportions of it and everything, skeleton like dwarf, it is just super cool. I love it. Almost looks like he has kind of a little bit of like a beer gut too. Like
because
it kind of sticks out a little bit. I don't know.
Right, because this is so small and tiny, and then that's kind of broad, and it kind of looks like he's got exactly. He does have like a little tight belt situation going on. Yeah, that's pretty dope
about him. Like, and then if you get him like in a little bit of a squatting pose and stuff, he even looks like even more terrifying.
Dude, I'm doing a really good job this year, Greg, of keeping track of my top figures of the year, because we've already done our top 10 figures of the year so far. We did them back in, I think, in June or whatever. I already have 3 brand new figures to add to that.
Nice. Yeah, me too, man. I got more.
How are you digging Sir Adalric over there? Because he's one of my favorites from the Necro wave.
But mine didn't come with a shield. I think the shield is missing, so I'm gonna have to message.
That's the big kite shield that's white and blue, right?
Yeah. And then does he come with any soft goods?
Yeah.
Or just the bottom?
No, just the Wait,
No, just the bottom.
Skirt? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because people were wondering why they didn't do soft goods on the chest, but they were kind of talking about. I think I heard somebody say that it's because he's so rich. Like his storyline is he's very wealthy that he would have the money to like paint his armor. To like, I guess it's a budget thing. Budget wise, maybe they were saving.
I think they did a great job of making the paint on the torso though match the rest to where it does look like it's still part of it. But yeah, no, but that shield is an essential part. Yeah, I would definitely
gotta have that.
He doesn't have a sword either. Does he normally come with a sword? Because there's no sword either.
Were you missing the whole tray basically behind it? Like, do you have the other weapons?
I have the tray. So the sword came on the top tray, not the sword, the little dagger. So he's got a dagger.
Yeah, and you don't have the extra tray that goes underneath with the shield and stuff. Yeah, you're missing the whole tray. So if you look at my review, I'll send the picture to you. But there's a whole separate tray that has that extra stuff that you're missing. So yeah, I would just contact them and let them know that you're missing that tray.
But the figure is beautiful. I love the colors. Beautiful.
Okay, so does he have his shoulder pauldrons?
Yes.
Okay, so he's missing the shield. He has a spear and he has a big mace that came with Sir.
I have the spear. I have the mace.
Okay, you just don't have like the little short dagger.
You're missing everything that was in that second tray.
Does he come with a sword though, or no?
No sword. Did you get the plume? Did you get the plume?
I have the plume. Yep.
And the skull faceplate
with a belt. The faceplate comes in the helmet, right? I have that.
Okay, he comes with 2 extra sets of hands, the spear, the short dagger, Okay, so you're missing the.
I just don't have the shield, I guess. And there's no other soft goods, right?
No other soft goods.
No.
Oh, so just the shield. That's weird. I thought I dropped it, and I'm like looking. I'm like, where is the shield at? I have the cut. I have the.
So I'm looking at this. The tray. Okay, I've got the picture up from my review. The tray.
Let me see if I can make you bigger.
The tray for there. I'm sorry, it's not going to show on the screen, but it has the spear. So there's a spear that it's supposed to have. It has the handles for the shield. It has an extra belt. So there's a belt that you're missing.
Yeah.
And then the shield itself. So you're missing that whole tray of extra stuff. I'll send you this picture just so you have it. But yeah, it just sounds like they forgot to throw that tray in.
Yeah.
So. Diego's got you covered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even without, this figure is freaking. I love the colors. I love
just shot that over to our group chat. So
thanks, man.
I gotta say, I think this is my new favorite figure of the year.
It's astounding. Enoch is
just really good. I got to heat it up in order to get the pauldrons and stuff on, but like this cape is awesome. As much as I loved Elijah, the fact that this is kind of Elijah with better paint apps and a cape, like it's.
Oh, Tanya's here.
So
hey, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
And then didn't Joe Russo do like a mix of the Silver Knight with the Enoch's arms and legs?
Probably.
I think he did.
He's a big night guy.
And
Andy wants to know, Curtis, who do you think you? Well, I think you probably just answered this. Who do you think's better, Enoch or Elijah?
Enoch by far. Like I ordered a dozen Elijah, and then when Enoch came out, I was like, damn it, should have just waited. I could have got 24 of those. Elijah is still cool, but Enoch is just way better. I mean, it's not even.
I know they have their individual stories, but in my head canon, Enoch has taken Elijah under his wing, and he's kind of like showing him all the ropes of how to be a really cool vampire hunter.
Yeah.
And in my head canon, Enoch's not going to make it, and then Elijah takes up his mantle and has to like continue on vampire hunting in his name. I know that's not their story, but
here's what I can tell you. There's certain figures that they have a higher profit margin on, and then there's certain figures that they have a lower profit margin on. Enoch is one of those where they definitely have a lower profit margin because between the soft goods, he's got 4 extra sets of hands, so he comes with 10 hands total, 2 heads, a shield, soft goods all the way up and down, and then those paint apps. Like there's no way they made money on this figure. So if you haven't got one yet, hurry and get one. If you have got one, hurry up and go get more, because once they're gone,
I need one more.
Like, I don't think these are going to be at shows. I think you're going to go to Legions Con. If you're trying to expect this at Legions Con, I don't think it's going to be there.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have a friend of mine who he buys a lot of figures. I mean, he spends a lot of money on figures every month, and good for him. He's got a lot of disposable income, but he's like, I'm gonna have to hold on All-Star 6 for right now. And I was like, you better get an Enoch, because everything I'm seeing, everything I'm hearing, he's gonna be the one that's hard to find. He's starting to sell out
$200 for him. So.
Like, he's starting to sell out all across like the retail sites online. And then he was like, well, you're going to Legion's Con, so I'm just going to give you some money and let you get the whole wave for me when you go. And I'm like, he may not be there. Like, I may not be able to get you a Sir Enoch. So that's why I'm like, track one down, get it now, and then hold on the rest.
Like I don't know if this is going to focus, but the paint job on the face.
Yeah.
Like, dude, their face paint jobs have gotten so good. This is definitely surpassed like everything for figure of the year for me. This is amazing.
All right, well, let's get into it. Greg, we're gonna be cutting it close for everybody, but I'm gonna try my best.
That's okay. Why don't you just read mine for me, because I'm gonna bail.
Okay, all right, let me at least play this right here.
Okay.
All right. So the way we were going to do this
about your list before you go, like any call outs we'll talk about.
Yeah, we're going to let him talk through his list. I'm going to pull him up. Greg, so chat, everybody, what we decided to do is we were going to pull our top 5 vehicles from our childhood. And the way we decided to do that, it was number 5. And then number 4 would be, we would just tell you what they were as kind of like honorable mentions. And then I actually pulled graphics for the other 3. So Greg, why don't you read off, what is your number 5 favorite vehicle from when you were a kid?
Number 5 might be a little controversial. You don't have slides for these, do you? The 4 and 5?
I do not.
Okay. I was sorry, there's a stupid fly that's like dive bombing me. A little controversial now, I guess, but I loved it as a kid. It had a hatch on top. It rolled.
I know where you're going with this. It was orange.
Yes, just a lot of fun as a kid. And it built to last. The only thing that was weird was the bottom was kind of empty. So like
what is the vehicle? I'm sorry, I might have missed it.
Sorry, it's a General Lee. It's the General Lee. Who made that? Kenner?
I don't remember, but the Bo and Luke Duke figures that came with it were like 3 3/4 inch scale. They had very visible metal pins in the arms and legs. Right. They very much were like G.I. Joe related. And the way you got the figures in was you opened up the roof. The flag was a hatch, and then you could get the figures in that way. But I never did that because that's not how the Duke boys got in the car. They went in through the window.
Yeah, yep. I played the hell out of that car.
Mine too. I almost put it on my list, dude. Almost.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then my number 4, which almost made number 3, it might have made the first first 3, but I changed it. Was Wheel Warriors. It's the one with the arm. I forget the name. But
Wheel
I
Warriors
just
are so good.
Love that vehicle so much. It's one of my
I want to buy some, but they're stupid expensive.
Yeah, this one I bought for $100 for my birthday. And it's not worth it, but it's just a blast. Just a cool little vehicle. And they're
all right. Let's get into your number 3 so that you can go. I want to make sure you're out on time. So your number 3, we already talked about masks. So your number 3, I got a mask on mine too, buddy. It's happening.
Yeah. The Thunderhawk. Mom got it for me for I think it was Christmas. Last thing that she got me before she passed. Loved it. Such a great vehicle. Fun. Not too big, so you could take it to a friend's house. I never used the bombs. I just loved it.
We lost those instantly.
Yeah, just loved the vehicle. So cool. I think my dad actually had this car. It's like an IROC or something he had. But
nice.
Just a lot of fun.
Within 5 minutes, all those little things were just
gone.
And you could never find them again. It was like they just disappeared into oblivion. Yeah.
Another dimension.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's my number 3.
Number 2, controversial name change in most recent days, but your number 2.
Yes. I love this. I traded my friend something for the Slave One. I wanted it so bad. I loved Boba Fett as a kid growing up. the ship. I had no idea how cool the ship was until I had it. Came with a carbonite hand. It actually had a handle on the bottom, so you could like fly it around.
Yeah, you gotta be able to swoosh that thing, man.
Yeah, so like you could put him in the bed thing that he was in, and you could make him like be forward or down, or it was just a cool.
When you lifted it up vertically, the wings would like lay down flat.
Gyro thing, but just so much fun to play with. I had read that the guys that designed it was inspired by a light from the street lights. That's how they had got the idea for the design for the Slave One.
Wow!
But, it's just a fun toy that's definitely tied to nostalgia and the good old days.
Now I know it's a fire spray model ship, like it's like in world, but did they give? I forgot? Has Star Wars given it a new name? I think is it just a like, fire spray?
I think it's the artist formerly known as Slave One.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly.
It's just a symbol now.
Yeah.
Right.
Show of hands, people that are offended by the name of that ship. Nobody.
I'm not, because they make it very clear in the world of Star Wars and the in-universe that slavery is terrible. I mean, in new shows and old shows, like people bought people as slaves and it was horrible, and they make it a point to call that out. They're not normalizing it. But it also doesn't make, I understand, because it no longer makes sense in the story of Boba Fett. He wasn't a slave. He was a clone. Right. And so, like, if it was called Clone One or whatever, like that, like, I don't see, like, they would have probably had a need to change it. But I think it's, well, they also don't refer to Leia as Slave Leia anymore. It's now Hutt Slayer Leia. Like, it's not offensive to me, but I am also white and privileged. So it's, unfortunately, I can't.
It was a lot of fun, and it was it was really sturdy too. Like, you could drop it in the grass and it'd be fine. Sturdy vehicle, just a lot of fun. It was like literally almost like a play set. You had the hand,
right,
the whole back compartment door popped off. So just a great toy, just well made.
Yeah. And then your number one,
I just love this car. It was so much fun. I got it for my birthday. And my next door neighbor broke the gun off the night that I got it for my birthday.
Well, I got a story just like that. To this day, I hate my cousin Jason.
Yeah, I glued it on and just had so much fun. I popped clutch in there, and it was just a great toy. It was small enough to take with you, and just a lot of fun. Just well made. And I don't know. I just loved it. Whenever, if I ever see one in a shop or something, I would pick it up just because it's so much fun and it's cool. And
do you have the new one?
I have the new one. Yeah.
Yeah. So do I. I have it right up there, man. I love it. I got it filled with all my favorite Joes. Outback.
I haven't opened mine yet. I have not opened
Alpine.
But
yeah, that's Brian says those are all great choices, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, dude. Have a great rest of your day. We love you so much.
Yeah,
thanks for being a part of the show. I hate that you got to roll, but
that's all right. Family first, but even though you guys are my family,
see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't share your bed, man.
New to Mythics tomorrow morning.
A week from tomorrow morning.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Good. That actually opens up my day. Whew.
Yeah,
that
right.
Relieved me from stress. Okay.
He says, "How could number one not be the Millennium Falcon?" I don't know.
See, that was on my list too. I think that was my first list.
Didn't even make my top 5.
But then I was like, you know what?
Before you roll, Greg, I will tell you that I had so many Star Wars and G.I. Joe vehicles that as a kid, or got to play with them as a kid because so many friends had them or whatever, that I couldn't whittle those two down to any one of those two lines having any singular vehicle that stood out as my favorite. So I kicked them both out. I have no Star Wars and no Joe vehicles on my list.
I'll have to rewatch the recap.
Catch the playthrough.
For sure. But if you think about it, like, how many did we open and we're like, this is junk? Like back then the toys were solid, well made.
I don't think I was ever disappointed by a toy when I was a kid.
Can I also make another I just wanted to make a comment about Curtis. In our group chat, I made myself vulnerable, and I gave my list of 3, but Curtis didn't do that. And neither did you.
I sent it to Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
I wanted to try to keep it secret.
Yes, I noticed that. I was like,
I didn't send my list only because I didn't make my list until last night.
I didn't want to influence anybody else's list, is what I was trying to do.
What's funny was that I was going to just direct message Mark too, because I wanted it to be a surprise for, for Curtis. So,
well, as far as the overlap goes, I do have a mask vehicle on my list, and one of my number 4, number 5 is one of Curtis's top 3. So, I have overlap with both of you guys. So,
I like Mike's choice right here. That's a great one. That was also.
Before you go, Greg, I did finish putting my Enoch together.
I didn't put the cape on it.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to probably put the cape on Elijah, actually, because his arms are painted too nice to cover up. So I'm probably going to put the capes on Elijah, because and it covers up those arms, and then these show. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing.
All right, my friends. All right, guys in the chat. Take care.
Bye, bud. Love you so much.
Beautiful.
All right, let's get to Andy's comment right here. He says, number 5, the Battle Ram. Number 4, Hurricane. Number 3, the Whale. Number 2, Super Powers Batmobile. Number 1, Millennium Falcon. Andy, let me tell you, me and you, buddy, we would have been besties. Okay,
I will say that none of his made my top 5. So
I am surprised that one of those is not on your list.
So I was trying to limit my list to 1 per property. So if I wasn't doing that, one of his would have made my list. But because I was limited to 1 per property, I picked a different vehicle than one that he has on there. So
okay, now I'm interested. All right, we're going to kick off with, once you give us your number 5 and your number 4, and then we'll get to your number 3.
Yeah, so my number 5 on there, I just got to pull my list back up. My number 5 was the Cobra Wolf, which I never actually had as a kid, because I didn't have Joes. My brother had some Joes, my cousin had some Joes, but the Cobra Wolf, I was talking earlier about how I would go to the nursery at the bowling alley. They had a Cobra Wolf there, and I didn't even know until like a couple years ago. I didn't know it was a Joe vehicle. I just knew it was this really cool white vehicle with like snowboards and stuff on it and skis, and I was like, and it's got missiles that pop up, and I was like, this is the coolest vehicle I've ever seen in my life. Like, I loved it. And every time I would go down the nursery, I would try to find that vehicle first, because it was kind of like a first come, first serve. So like, you get down there early, I would be like telling my parents, like, come on, we got to go. We got to get there. I'm not going to be able to get that vehicle. And that's awesome. I loved it. So that was my number 5. Number 4 is, it is a superpowers. If I had to pick one superpowers vehicle, as much as I love the Batmobile, I got to go with the Supermobile, because it's stupid and I love it. I don't know why Superman needs a vehicle to fly around. I don't know why it's got these little things underneath the wings that you can put somebody's hand in, and you're like flying around with them, like hanging from it. It's got a little thing that like shoots out at the front, and then it's got a shark fin for no reason, and everybody loses the shark fin. If you look them up on eBay, you can barely find any that have the shark fin. But the fact that it had a shark fin flying through the air, none of it made sense, and I absolutely loved it. So that was my number 4.
All right, let's get into all right, well, we'll go back and forth. I'll give you my 2 honorable mentions. Let me get back to my notes. So much like Greg had and I almost put the General Lee on there. My number 5 is going to be, I don't remember who made it, but it was the kit and from Knight Rider. And it came with the Michael Knight figure that was so sweet as a kid. Like, I think it only had like 5 points of articulation, but it wasn't small. It was about like 5 inches, maybe 5.5 inches.
Yeah, I
don't remember who made it.
5.5, yeah.
The thing was so well painted. He had the red shirt with the red turtleneck on, and then like the black jacket, blue jeans, and boots, and then had boss haircut. And then, and you could put him inside the kit. I think it was battery. Like, I think it had like the lights that went back and forth and had some sounds. I loved that thing as a kid. That thing was so dope. So that would be my number 5. And then, let me see here. My number 4, is one that is on your list. I hope I'm sorry, but this is going to spoil it because it is on your list. But it is the Silverhawks Mirage. I had that as a kid. Absolutely loved it. It's super fantastic. It's such a dope vehicle. Like, how could you not have that on your list? It's just one of the greats. So that's my my number 5 and my number 4. All right. So what about your number 3?
So my number 3, and I actually moved this up because we said we were only going to talk about the top 3. So I actually slid this ahead of the Supermobile one because I wanted to pull it up. I wanted to look at it because it's so unique. Is the Captain Power PowerJet XT7. And
it's beautiful.
The thing that I loved about this was these came with VHS tapes, and you would put them in the VHS, and it would have like these ships flying around with little lights on them, and you would use this like a gun. Like if you see underneath there's a handle, and you had like a trigger, and you would basically fire at the screen at the VHS, and you would like rack up points. So it was like a toy and a video game and a TV show,
cartoon,
all in one. It was just like it was everything. And
they'd be like, kids at home, get your cruisers ready and like help us blow up the bad guy. And it's like, attack now. And then like you would shoot your like, man, this thing was so dope.
Yeah, I feel like this was way ahead of its time in terms of like combining that stuff. You know, like you look at like the Wii technology and stuff now, it was like this before that, right? And yeah, I just absolutely loved it. So Captain Power.
Do I remember correctly? Like if the bad guys were shooting at you, the screen would flash, and then your light receptors on the ship, wouldn't they pick that up? And like if they shot you, would like the canopy open, or like was there like some sort, or did the sound effect do something to where it was like,
I think it did a sound effect. I don't remember anything opening or anything, but
that's right.
But it was very interactive, you know, based on how you were doing and stuff. And like all the ships had like red glowing lights on the back of them that you had to like try to target and stuff. Just a lot of fun. And then, you know, there was action figures that went inside these vehicles and stuff. So this was the good vehicle. There was also there's also a black one for the bad side, and which is also super sleek and cool looking. But you know, good guys. Yeah.
Just outside of the interactivity that this had, the ship design is also really nice. Just as a ship design as itself, it's still really beautiful and holds up today.
Yeah.
And I remember too, like the reason, like in this particular picture, that the nose cone is a different shade is because that was rubber. And so I guess it's just aged differently than the plastic. And that's why it's got like this yellow tint to it. But yeah, I remember the tips were rubber. So you didn't like poke your little sister in the back of the head when you're
right.
You know, John had to go. So see you, John. Yeah. Andy says, just like the bad guys had to light up. Yeah. Yep. They lit up on the back. My number 3, where's my number 3? My number 3 is also from Mask. I would have picked the Rhino as my number 3 vehicle, but I never owned the Rhino. Kind of a sore story with me as a kid. My best friend in the whole world had the Rhino. Him and his brother got it as a joint gift, and I always wanted it. I was always jealous of that thing. I always wish I had it. It was one vehicle that I never had as a kid. From Mask, probably the quintessential Mask vehicle. I wanted to put that on there, but it was not one that I actually owned myself, so I felt like I couldn't put it on there. But then that forced me to think, what was my favorite Mask vehicle? And it wasn't even close. Like, this is hands down my favorite Mask vehicle. I'm glad that the loyal subjects are doing it. They've already announced it's coming in Wave 2, and that is the Hurricane. Man, I love this thing. Hondo McLean was like the field commander or like the general or something like that. I forgot, sergeant. I forgot what his title was. But man, this thing was so dope. It's an old 57 Chevy. I love the colors. The paint job is just gorgeous. It had so many things. Like, of course, it would reveal, like when it popped up, it would reveal an extra set of wheels. You had the cannons, but also the tire on the back would fire off as a missile. Like, that was dope. The front bumper came out, and this thing just did so much. I love Hondo as a kid. His color scheme is wild. I mean, pink and orange and blue and red. I mean, these colors don't go together, but man, that's fantastic. And then those colors are sort of like mimicked down on the car, the teal, the yellow, the orange. Man, it's just so many. I had so many good memories with this figure, and I'm so happy Loyal Subjects has mentioned this is coming in Wave 2 of their Mask relaunch. I'm super happy about it. Let's see.
Yeah, this is just some of their choices on what they did was just like crazy. It was like what kind of drugs were they doing when they did this? But then it's like it works, like I don't know what the thought process was on the colors, on putting the extra wheels in there, having like 6 wheels at the bottom to where it almost looks like a tank, and like I don't know what decisions they were making, but it totally works.
You guys in the chat are spot on when you're talking about let's see, MJ Staten is talking about the water moccasin. If I would have picked a Joe vehicle, it probably would have been either the water moccasin or the devilfish or Zartan's chameleon, which is a vehicle, but it's also like a single person vehicle. I don't know, man. There's just so many great ones that I had a hard time narrowing it down. So I didn't put any because I couldn't decide.
The Joe one was easy for me because I didn't collect Joes, and the only one I played with was one that I didn't find out till years later that it was actually a Joe vehicle. So.
Right. Yeah, exactly. All right. You're number 2. What you got for number 2?
So number 2 is actually my number 1 in terms of what I owned because unlike you, I actually put my number 1 as one that I didn't ever get, but I wanted so bad. But my number 2, which is I'm gonna call it a vehicle that
It counts.
I played with the most. I did get clarification on this. Is the Perseus Pegasus 2-pack from Clash of the Titans. This winged horse, I took around everywhere. I loved this thing. And it had 0 articulation. The wings were kind of a flexible bendy material, so you could kind of make them move a little bit, but the horse itself had 0 articulation. But I would throw Perseus on top of this thing and fly him around as if he's getting ready to face the Kraken. And this is one that I wish I had today. It is like very, very pricey. But yeah, man, I absolutely love this thing. This was my favorite.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely a good one. I think, of course, it's a vehicle. It's what he traveled around on. I mean, I could have easily put, Battle Cat as one of mine. That would have been in this kind of category. Non like metalized vehicle or whatever. Also, probably what would be another? The Han Solo's Tauntaun. I played with probably the most from Star Wars. Again, that's how he got around on Hoth was. And that, but yeah, for sure. Yeah, I never had this, never. And when I saw this, I was like, of course this is on your list because you and I have talked before about how much you really loved this toy line when you were a kid.
Oh yeah, I mean, just that movie. I think my mom and I bonded more over this movie than anything else in my entire childhood. So for me, it was just like it was like a connection to me and my mom. It was what made me love like sword and sandals, even though I don't wear sandals. It's just like this whole like that whole genre was introduced to me I was introduced to it by this movie.
Yeah.
And it's one that's just always going to hold a special place in my heart.
Such an influential film. Absolutely. Yeah. My number 2 was easy. This was an easy, as a matter of fact, when I first started thinking, like the very first vehicle that popped in my head, that's going on my list for sure, is the Thundercats Thunder Tank. 100%. Had this as a kid. This picture here, I like this picture because it shows like the big exploded view, but it is missing the tank treads. Man, I got those tank treads so dirty. They were constantly covered in dirt. You could never get that dirt off that rubber. Man, I love this. I would have loved to have picked up the Super 7 one when they made it. I just don't have the room. And now they have re-released it again in this toy color. And now I'm really thinking about
isn't it a little bit cheaper? Didn't they take some of the things off of it or something?
They may have. It might be a little cheaper. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's because I know it comes with Panthro, like a new cartoon version of Panthro. And now with tariffs, I don't know, man. Gotcha. It could be more expensive, but yeah, I don't know if it's missing any. Brian may know because I think Brian has the original. Exactly. It needs its own zip code.
Didn't even I knew of this toy existing. Like I think I'd seen it in the show or the stores, and I'd seen the commercials. I didn't know a single kid that owned this. Never saw it, never got to play with it or touch it as a kid. Super cool, but I think it was just one of those that was just out of the price range of most of the folks that I grew up with.
Yeah, I don't think my parents bought it for me brand new. I don't remember getting it new in box. I just remember getting it, like a lot of things, like our parents would shop at like garage sales and stuff. Like I think a lot of kids' parents got stuff secondhand or at thrift stores or garage sales or whatever.
That's where I lost all of my toys was at garage sales.
Same. Yeah. And so I think I got this used secondhand. I don't remember having it brand new in box. And so, but yeah, I do remember, I said earlier that I was never disappointed as a kid, but I do remember thinking as a kid, well, in the cartoon, 2 people can sit up front, like, and then they can all fit in the back. Now with the Super 7 one, that's true. Like they did make it true to the cartoon, which is why I don't know like where in the world I would put that thing. But yeah, dude, like this is just all time. One of the best, just so iconic. I have the Hot Wheels one upstairs. The Hot Wheels made this. It didn't transform or anything. It's just a little, but I love it, man.
Brian's got some information on the new pricing.
Oh, yeah, the original was $4.99. It's down to $4.29 on. Oh, is that the original is now down to $4.29. Do you know how much the new one's going to be? The new one that's coming out that's cartoon color, correct? Yeah, I got one on clearance as a kid at Rose's department store. We used to have Roses in our neighborhood too. Yeah, where I grew up. So yeah, we had Roses as well.
Very cool.
Really cool. All right, man, let's get after it. Your number one. What is your
number one? I never got it, mostly because this I think the whole toy line was just very short lived. It was only one season of the cartoon. The toy line didn't last very long, but it is the Silverhawks Mirage. Like I think that thing is one of the coolest toys ever, and I wish I would have had this. I would have just been over the moon to have this thing. But yeah, never got it. But to this day, I just look at this design and I'm like, that is just super cool. It is very neat. So
yeah, that is a dope vehicle. I did have this new. I did get this for my birthday. Silverhawks was one of my favorite toy lines as a kid. I love this thing. This thing was so great. I love how like the front, like Bluegrass's thing, you push that little button in the middle, and the front part of this would pop off, and so Bluegrass, just like in the cartoon, so Bluegrass could like fly around in his little detachable ship. Greg and I have talked about this on the show before. Like any ship that had like a smaller detachable ship, like dude, that was my jam. I love that.
Well, I love there's also like the different compartments for all the different folks. Like this is kind of in the time frame where you would be watching like Voltron and some different shows where you would have defenders, or you'd have like these groups of people that were like coming together to like, work towards something. And so the fact that each one had like their own little compartment was, I don't know, I just thought it was super cool. And then you got the translucency of the cockpit covers and dude, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Really dope. Now, Brian does said the new cartoon color is more expensive. It's $500 because it does come with the new Panthro. I've seen the original.
So it's $1 more than the original was originally.
Yeah, because it's coming with a $60 Panthro figure, which I would love to get that, at least that Panthro figure. But this thing is so dope. It was so incredible. I almost put Voltron on my list because again, it's just one of those things you can't not think of Voltron when you think of vehicles, the 5 lions. But then I was like, should I pick my favorite lion? I don't know. I kind of had 2 favorite lions. My 2 favorite, by the way, just completely an aside, was green Pidge and blue Princess. Was it Allura? I can't remember. It was Finn originally, right? No. Was Finn? Yes. Was Finn he was the blue pilot and he was later replaced by the princess, I think.
I can never remember.
Did you have favorite lions growing up?
I really liked the arms because they had the heads that shot off of them. Yeah. So either one of the 2 arms I was good with. I never got into the one with all the vehicles. Like there were so many of them. I was like, it was just
Yeah, I love that one. I had it as
it looks cool when it comes together, but I was like, it's so much that it like you can't. It's hard to get attached when there's only 5 people and 5 parts. Then it's easier to get attached to the individual characters and stuff. So
right, yeah. There was like 20 or 30 of those vehicles, but they would each form like little sub teams. So you had your land team, your air team, and your sea team, and I thought that was dope. And then those would break apart and become the whole Voltron. Man, it was incredible. Yeah. Oh, so Sven was the Blue Lion first, and then Princess. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, my number one should probably come as a shock to no one, including Curtis, and that is going to be the Superpowers Batmobile. I still have mine from when I was a kid. This is not a repro or one that I bought secondhand. This is actually my original. Now, the Batman and Robin are new. I had both of them, but I don't know where I lost them or got rid of them. But those are been purchased more recently. But yeah, man, this is like, dude, I love this thing.
So
I
iconic.
mean, you push the little button forward and the lights pop up in the front, and then you've got the battering ram, which launches forward. And then you've got this cool little feature in the back where,
you got stuff in the front, stuff in the back. You got, it
would capture a figure. To this day, this is still my favorite Batmobile design. So
mine too, man. This got beat in our Batmobile bracket that we did, and I was just heartbroken. Like, to me, like this is what we had on the Superpowers line. That's what we had. Like, to me, my most memorable attachment to Batman was Scooby-Doo. Like watching the Scooby-Doo episode.
Oh yeah,
and Batman and Robin would show up, and they'd be in that Batmobile, and they'd come up, and they would help them. It would be one of those where it's like, man, these guys are really in trouble. They're not. I don't know how they're going to get out of it. Oh, Batman and Robin are here.
That's right.
It's like on Pulp Fiction when they call the wolf. Like, oh, you called the wolf? Oh, you called Batman? Oh, dude, that's all you had to say.
That's all you had to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
totally.
When people argue over like which Batmobile is the best, I'm like, if it's not Superpowers, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Get out of here. It's my favorite Batmobile.
There's some amazing ones. I love the Adam West one. The 89 Batmobile is awesome, but yeah, Superpowers for me all the way.
When it comes to live action movies, my favorite Batmobile is the 89 Tim Burton Batmobile. There's just something about it. It's so nostalgic. I love that. When it comes to modern ones, I can't pick a modern one. As much as I love Zack Snyder's Snyderverse, I don't like the Batmobile design in there. I'm not the biggest fan of the Tumbler, not the biggest fan of Robert Pattinson's car. They're all great. I don't have a problem with them, but the one that I like the best that's modern is actually the one from the Arkham Knight video games. I really love the design.
That one. I'd have to go and
look it up. I have a Hot Wheels version of it, and it's amazing. Like, to me, it's like a sleek vehicle, but it also looks tank-like, and it has the ability to turn its tires inward, and it can roll sideways, kind of like shopping carts at IKEA. Like it can move to the side. I like it the best. It's got a big trunk space for holding bad guys. It's really cool. It's my favorite. I've probably told this story because I see there are a lot of people in the comments are talking about Vehicle Voltron versus Lion Voltron. I've probably told this story before. Some of you may know it. Some of you may not. I'll go through it really quickly. But I did watch this documentary once about how we got a lot of the cartoons that we got in the 80s. And there was this really cool part of the documentary that I forgot what it was called, and I think it was just on YouTube where I watched it. But it was all about how Japan was trying to get more of its cartoons into the American market. And the Americans, like, there was like this big meeting in Japan where they invited over a whole bunch of like American cartoon producers, and they invited them over to watch a whole bunch of cartoons. And they said, here are all the cartoons that are really popular right now in Japan. And so it was basically like an expo where the American producers would go over, watch all the cartoons, and then figure out which ones they wanted to bring over. And one American producer, so they got to see both versions of Voltron. So what they called Go Lion, and then the Vehicle Voltron. I forgot what that was called, Die Ruger or something like that. I can't remember. Somebody in the chat will know. But they saw both versions of that. And then there was another anime where the warriors had these chest plates where different animals would come out of their chest, kind of like visionaries, but I don't think it was visionaries. And they would embody those animals. And there was a I think the guy was like writing notes. There was an American producer who wrote down Die Ruger, like the Vehicle Voltron, right? Like that's what he wanted. He wanted that cartoon, but he got the names jumbled up, and he wrote down something under, like the notes underneath it said something like the one with the lion, but he was talking about the cartoon with the chest where the lions
Gotcha.
came out of the chest. And so he goes back home, he talks to a bunch of producers, and they decide they're going to buy some of these cartoons. So he calls up Japan and the producers over there, and he says, we want the cartoon. I want the Voltron cartoon. And they're like, okay, cool. That's great. Or whatever they called it. He goes, the one with the lions. And he wrote down lions, and he was talking about the other show with the lions coming out of the chest, and they were like these warriors. And so they start like voicing putting the American voices and dubbing it for Go Lion, because they thought that's what he was talking about. And so they produce like, I don't know, 5 or 6 episodes, and they start sending them over. And he's like, oh, no. This is not what we wanted. I wanted the one with the vehicles. And they're like, well, you said the lions. And he's like, no, I wanted the vehicle one and the one with the, you know what? Doesn't matter. We've already paid for it. Let's go. And so our childhood was formed on a lie.
Yeah.
No, it's like a total miscommunication. Like it was all like, just because they got their wires crossed and the guy didn't ask for the right thing or didn't take proper notes. That's why we all grew up with the 5 lions being our favorite Voltron and not the other one, because that's what we had, but that's not the one the guy asked for. So I really thought that was dope. I thought that was really cool. That
like hearing those kind of stories is really cool. I know they've done a bunch of documentaries on Masters of the Universe, and like they talked to the guys that were basically trying to sell it to like, you know, the different companies that were going to like carry these toys and stuff. And they're like basically just making shit up on the fly. And they're like,
sure.
They're like, yeah, there's going to be a cartoon and we're going to have this. And then, oh, by the way, we're going to have a story with, because they're like, well, nobody knows who these characters are. Oh, we didn't tell you there's going to be a story with it. We're going to have like little books, little comic books that we're going to put inside there, totally making up the shit on the fly. And then like you talk to people today and they're like, that's their favorite version of Masters is like the mini comics. Well, that almost didn't happen. It was just like a guy in a room trying to sell shit and winging it. And he's like, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that. And then they have to come back and then somebody's got to make it happen. They got to go, you know, they go into somebody's office where they got them locked away in a dark room. They're like, hey, by the way, we need you to make a comic book for all these things. Like, what?
Yeah. Well, now I got to do that. There goes my weekend.
Right.
I remember as a kid loving Sky Commanders, and I remember loving the Sky Commanders cartoon. But when I went and pulled a commercial or a clip from Sky Commanders for the show one day, I realized that all the Sky Commander cartoons, I believe it's the Sky Commanders, I hope I'm right. I believe all the Sky Commander cartoons are like 3 minutes long. And I was like, why is this? And I had to look it up, or maybe we talked about it on the show and somebody let me know. But apparently they were trying to get a Sky Commanders cartoon off the ground and they couldn't. So all they had enough money was to do these little shorts that were basically like animated cartoon commercials that were like 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes long. But in my mind, like I remember that being a 30-minute cartoon, but it wasn't. It was never. And there's only like 7 or 8 of them. There's not even that many, but they are animated and it has like a G.I. Joe kind of style, a mask kind of style. I think it was Sky Commanders that happened. Andy will correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, dude, this has been such a great trip down memory lane. We kept it to 2 hours. We did lose.
Well, I did have one more question for you. I'm sorry. I know we're running long, but I have one question for you. One vehicle from that you wish they would have made that you never got. I've got mine. I'll let you think about it for a second. For me,
okay, go ahead.
It is the ship from Last Starfighter. Like we never got a toy version of that, and I would have killed for a version of that. That would have been awesome. Love that movie. I would have given anything for that.
Man, that's a great question. One vehicle from my childhood I wish they would have made that they didn't make.
Maybe something from a cartoon or a movie or anything.
You know, I'm gonna pull something from a live action movie as well. And I remember, do you remember the movie Flight of the Navigator?
Yes.
That ship that he had in that movie, I would have loved to have one of those as a kid. Like cool. Even something simple that was like, do you remember like that Mork and Ork egg that you could open up and Mork would sit in the egg or whatever? Yep. Like even if it was like a clam shell, like 2 shells, like that you could just open up and put a little pilot in, something like that. I would have. I loved the ship design in that movie. And I did read a couple years ago that I don't know if it's still happening because things change so much in Hollywood that Bryce Dallas Howard was trying to relaunch that as a new movie, Flight of the Navigator, like do a reboot and was going to direct it. And I would love that. That would have been fantastic.
That'd have been cool.
Let's see here. Freaks and Figures says Spaceballs Transformers. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? That'd be pretty dope. Yeah. Well, cool, man. This has been a great episode. We've had a lot of really cool people in the chat talking. Thanks to Brian for that super chat. Thanks for Curtis for coming on and us doing this, man. It's been great sitting down and talking toys with some of my favorite people on the planet.
Monarch Prime had said, "Be easy, Curtis," earlier. I guess he thought I was leaving, so he was saying, "Be easy, like have a good." I thought he was saying, "Be easy," like I was going to trash your picks, like I was gonna like Mark, your picks are so freaking stupid. Like how could you dare? How do you dare you pick that?
No, I do miss you being in the chat though. When you and Greg have
Curtis,
a top
calm
5.
down.
When we have a top 5, you're always like, all right, you're keeping score. And I love that. I missed that in the chat today.
Well, people might be surprised, but I think that my list was the best today.
Of course. Absolutely. Let's see one more. We have Monarch Prime says the shit from Galaxy Rangers intro. Yeah, that would have been dope. That's really cool. Brian, have a good weekend. Yeah. J-Mac, super fun, always. Freaks and Figures, thanks for stopping by. You guys have been great. The show's been great. Curtis, thanks for coming on and doing this.
Anytime
I really appreciate
you guys need me, like literally anytime, I'm here.
Absolutely. I'm glad you guys could join us. Thank you. And Curtis and I and Greg somewhere